Hey, welcome, guys, to this edition of
Shadow of Destiny.
Shadow of Destiny for
Yeah.
the PSP.
Let's get it.
I'm really excited about this game. This is actually for the PSP, not for the PS2. There's some changes on this. Some of them, like this cinematic, is black and white on the PlayStation 2.
That's super weird.
The voices are actually remade for this. They're super cheesy on the PlayStation 2. They feel so cheap. These ones are actually they have a better voice acting, I think.
I want to hear the PS2 now. Like after this.
And look at the graphics. I think that the graphics, even though they still look like crap, I mean they're so PlayStation 2 era, they look a lot smoother than on the PSP. The PSP actually is like the better port, I think. You know, I've played them both ways, and the PSP is the way to do it.
Right.
The controls have a little like, you know, they leave much to be desired, but the main screen is also different. So let's go to the beginning. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's do this, man. This is the prologue. This is going to be about the longest chapter just because they're going to explain the mechanics of what's going on.
Yeah.
But other than that, every chapter is going to be like 10, 15 minutes long. This one runs about 20.
Pretty good. It's like a hit and run.
Yeah, exactly. And just like that, I guess they stab him or something. There you go, Shadow of Destiny. Heck yeah, man.
That clock chime is so unsettling. I like this little music.
Yeah, like I said, it's not a horror game. It's not a action adventure game. It's not an RPG. It's like its own thing. It's like
Its own genre.
it's his own thing. Yeah, exactly.
What's going on? What on earth could have happened? Am I dead? Bingo. Who's there?
How does it feel to be dead?
That's enough. Who are you? Are you making fun of me?
Not at all. I beg your pardon if I've offended you. You are strongly fated today. You see, you are destined to die.
What?
But if you have the will to somehow reverse that fate by yourself, I can lend you some measure of strength. How about it? Will you deal with me?
Thanks, but no thanks. Sounds too good to be true.
Nah, I'll just die.
Can't you trust me?
Of course not. Look, I get it. You're the evil one, the devil. In exchange for your immortal soul and all that, am I right?
Your soul. Oh, please. In this day and age? Well, if I do have an agenda, it's that you survive.
Let me think it over a bit.
Of course. Go ahead. But don't keep me waiting too long. I don't much like to be left hanging. Well, what reason is there to procrastinate? You either just die here and now, or you prevent it.
Yeah, you don't have a choice at this point.
Yeah.
What have you got to lose?
All right. I'm sorry I called you the devil. I don't want to die yet. Please, help me.
All right. But I want you to be aware of something. You have to understand that the destiny that awaits you is a potent one, which means that just because you manage to avoid death once doesn't mean you're free of the threat. Unless you tear out its very root, destiny can't be cheated.
So coming back to life isn't the hard part, huh? Man, but that can't be helped.
You're right. But that's also where your own strengths come into play. Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm going to give you some of my time-shifting powers. I'm going to give you this Z-Pass. Please use it well.
You want me to read it?
Yep.
Ike makes it a habit to write down what he has been doing. If you get lost, read your notes. You can select the scribbling block from the item window. Triangle button.
All right, just so you know, the guy that plays the devil is actually the guy that voices Mario on the Mario Brothers games.
That's epic.
Yeah, I know. Some people say that this is his best performance.
It doesn't sound like him.
I know. That's why.
But it's not as though you can use it anywhere.
How is that
This will
him?
respond to phenomena.
It does not
that
sound
have
like him at
to
all.
you
I
as
know.
its user. As soon as it begins to respond, it's usable, and you can select the Z-Pass by pushing the triangle button. After that, you specify the destination time and enter the X button to be set to that time. All right.
Dummy?
You
Tell me
can
that again.
solve the real problem by just using it when you're about to die. It's better to make use of it to remove the underlying cause of your death. Oh, and one more thing.
Something else?
Yes. And it's very important. If the response begins in the time space we've traveled out to, please come back immediately. Other people and objects can be just left in another time and stay intact, but that isn't true for you as the user. If it starts to respond, you need to come back quickly, or you won't be able to get back at all. Just be careful. It looks like time is something even more serious than I am. Good luck.
All right, man. Let's go. Let's try to figure out what's going on.
Imagine after he leaves, his whole team of demons are like, nice speech!
Yeah. You got him.
Please wake up. Are you all right? Do you feel sick or something?
That guy is straight up from like Deadly Premonitions.
That guy?
Yeah. I mean, that's something you'll see in that kind of games, you know.
Yeah. This setting.
Right, yeah.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
Deadly Premonition.
Oh, I love it, man.
Huh? What?
Like,
Oh, sorry, I fell asleep.
Look like William.
Dana? Dana, that'll do.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I'll just leave what I owe for the coffee here.
See, we don't interact with a lot of people in this game, uh, but the people that we do and that we actually have interaction, uh, those people are like important
I still
in
can't
some
believe it just
regard.
happened.
Like that waiter.
Yeah, the people that we're actually gonna have interaction with, yeah.
But since I have this Z-pad here, I guess it really did happen.
It's a fairly short game. It's not very long. It has about 8 endings, and you can get them all in one sitting.
That's pretty
Huh.
quick.
Yeah.
Fortunes told. I never noticed this place before.
Welcome. I've been expecting you.
Actually, I just happened to stop by and I was wondering if you could tell me my fortune. Am I going to die soon?
For you, I will do it for free.
Thanks. I really need this. Please don't give me just the usual niceties. This is very serious for me.
Do not worry.
So...
The fated hour is 2:30.
What?
Whatever I foresee, you can change. If you take no action, the fate I see will befall you for certain. But I seem to see in you the strength to defy fate itself.
The power to defy fate?
If, for instance, and this is only an example, your fate is to be stabbed while taking a walk.
Yeah, just an
after you
example.
leave this place,
Which is like
and
right
this
on.
would happen if you are alone at the fated hour. But if you know what awaits you, you would find people to be with, so that you would not be by yourself, unprotected.
But then what?
If you are among others at the fated hour, the assassin must give up his quarry, and fate would have been defied. But a single change will affect all else that follows it. How it changes, no one can tell. There are too many threads, too many tangles. I cannot help you with what lies so far ahead. And your actions could bring even greater danger. But if fate can be changed, you should fight as hard as you can. If you can return here after the appointed hour has passed, then I will tell you the next fortune.
All right. I think I can trust you.
So the fated hour, which is the hour that we die, is at 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Yeah.
So, what time it is right now?
2:03.
2:03. Okay, I was like 3:11. Like, obviously, like, there's time travel, but like the only thing that like I don't get is like it's 2:03. Why do we need to go to the past? you know,
Yeah. Wait, if you stay in the present and wait till 2:30, what happens?
you die.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And if you stay in the past and watch it, we're gonna go to the past. I don't know what time it's gonna be when we go back, but you're gonna have like two clocks. The one on the top, I believe, is like the actual hour that is happening in the present from the time that you came from. So yeah, it's 2:03 on the top. Right now it's 1:33. If we stay on the past and it gets past 2:30 on the present, we automatically die. This is not necessary, but just bear with me. I'm trying to get a map. We talked to this girl right here. It's like a museum.
Please help yourself.
Uh,
By the way, if you want to look at the map, just press the square button.
they actually give us the old city map. So if we go back to the past, the street names may be different. And this will be a great guide if just in case we get lost.
Our town is known for this giant tree. It has quite a history, you know. They say it was planted back around 1500. It's one of the town's great treasures.
All right, so for the prologue, we just need to talk to 3 people, and this is one of the persons that we have to talk to.
You want me to come to the square at 2:30? What's going to happen in the square? A performer, maybe? Well, all right. I don't have anything else to do anyway.
Ain't no way if a dude like that came up to me and said, go to the square at 2:30. I
I
would
don't know,
not.
maybe I don't go to the square at 2:30, yeah. The girl's the other one.
Have you seen my mother?
No.
Okay, guess I'll go to the square.
All right. That's number 2. And there's some other people, and eventually we'll get to talk to them, but like right now they're not relevant. This guy that's selling drugs right here in the corner, really sketchy. We'd never actually get to talk to that guy.
Have you seen my girl? Oh, at the square? Oh, thank you. I'll go find her there.
All right, that was number 3. So we can actually go back to the present now. Right.
I'm sure you'll have more time travel.
Right. This is
places
just kind
to
of like
go.
showing you the mechanics, and that's why the first prologue is longer, because they're just kind of showing you what you can and cannot do.
Right.
But at one point, you're gonna be able to travel like wherever you want, and they're not gonna hold your hand, dude. Like, you can go anywhere, and it can be very frustrating too, because especially if you don't know what to do, because you're like, where do I go? Do I go a day before? Do I go, 10 years ago? Do I go 100 years ago? Where do I go?
Yeah.
Hey, now here's a guy with no worries.
And at the same time, you have to worry about the time, because the time's ticking.
Yeah.
Because you got your faded hours, so you have to like figure out, like, go to like 100 years prior and then run around town, and if you didn't find anything, then you have to
Someone behind
go
me.
back to another time and just keep
But it looks
traveling
like
in
the crowd
time.
scared him off.
That'd be funny
Fortune teller.
if you went back
She told me to come back.
so far in time
I should go look her up again.
that you like spawn at the stable where Jesus is getting born, and you're like, oh no.
No. All right, so that is the prologue, man. So, see, I'm at chapter 8. That's where you beat it. See, there you go. You only took me like an hour and 37 minutes to get to chapter 8.
That's pretty good.
So, there he is, man. You want to do it right? Yep. So that is Shadow of Destiny, man. Oh, man. All I can tell you, man, is the graphics are awful. The story is great. I grabbed it by accident. I read the back of it on the PS2, and I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. And what a freaking twist, man. There's the only thing that I don't like about this one, like in Nier, you have 5 endings, and you get them chronologically. You get ending 1, and then you play it again, and you get ending 2, 3, 4, 5, and each ending adds up to the previous one. And on this one, there's ending A, B, B2, C, D, E, X, and X1 or X2. So there's 8 endings, and you can get them in any order. So if you get stuck, like let's for instance, ending C sucks. And if you get ending C, if that was the first ending that I got, I would be like, okay, this ending sucks. I think the first ending that I got is D, which is supposed to be the best ending. And that's what got me like, oh, there's more endings to this thing. And I just like start playing all of it. And as a whole, once you unlock all endings, It's kind of like near one ending explains the other one. But oh my gosh, dude. Just when you get an ending and you see a twist on the story, you're like, what the crap was that? You get another ending and it gives you like another freaking twist, and you're like, what? Because I remember there was one that the ending alone was like a shock. I was like, what the crap? Like, I can't believe that happened. But it didn't make, but I was like, okay, whatever. Then I got on another ending and they said something that did not make sense. The previous ending, I was like, wait a minute, that can't be because on the other ending they said that. Well, then I got another ending and explains why, and I was like, holy crap, like, oh my gosh, I can't remember what ending that was. I think it was, I don't know. I want to say D, but I don't know, dude. Once you get them all, dude, and you understand the whole story, like, oh my gosh, whoever thought of this game is a genius, dude. Is great, dude. What a freaking twist. What a twist. I swear about this game.
Now we have to play it all.
I swear about this game, man. And like when we're talking about time travel, like with Nier, you have so many endings, but you play the game the exact same way every time. And the first time you see it, the cinematics are showing you the point of view of the humans. On the second playthrough, you play the exact same way, but the cinematics are showing you the point of view of the ghost or the shadows, and so forth. Only the last two endings, you have a say so. You have to choose, whether you want this character to live or this other character to live. Other than that, you play the same way. But on this one, dude, when we get to chapter 5, we're gonna be asked a question, and I'm not gonna tell you what the question is, but just for simplicity, we can choose yes or no. If we choose yes, like the family tree, kind of like the roots how they spread.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get a chapter 5, and we say yes or no. If we say yes, it's gonna open possibilities to get ending A, B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm.
A, B, and C. I'm sorry. If we say no, we open D and E. But then as we progress, we can make other choices. And like I said, you can go back in the past, alter things, don't alter things, and that's what's gonna.
I would want to alter things.
I did. I got so obsessed with this game, dude. Because once I knew that I could change things, I was like, so I don't have to do this if I don't want to. I played this game before there were guides, dude, on the internet, and I got all the, in fact, what is it called? Ending X and X1 are supposed to be like the hidden endings, because the combinations that you have to do are like all over the place. I got those, man. Like, I got those because I was like experimenting with everything I could and talking to anyone I could. And
I guess that's how people find out stuff.
Like, I'm getting really excited to talk about it. Like, whenever we saw the cinematics, there's like a button, or there's like an option on the corner that says like skip. So the game is really smart, because if you're playing it and if it knows that you've already seen the cinematic, it's going to tell you can skip it. So like I said, one day I was just playing through all of it and skipping all the cinematics. But if he knew that it was a new cinematic that you haven't seen, it wouldn't let you skip it. So whenever I got to that and it wouldn't skip, I'll be like, oh, cool, it's a new one. And I would just watch. And oh my God, it's great, dude. It's awesome. All right, man. So that was the prologue of Shadow of Destiny, man.
Pretty cool.
Hope you like it, man.
I did. It's a interesting game. I like the concept of it.
Yeah, it's time traveling is awesome. And like I said, the cool thing is, like, you're in that little town. It's not an open world. It's just that little town. And whenever you go back to different eras, it's always that town. So to see that town in different periods, it's actually really cool. Buildings that weren't there, now they're there. Towers that were being built, now they're finished. It's really cool. It's really cool, man. Like I said, graphics kind of suck, but the story is actually really cool.
I think this would be like, with the technology that we have, with like how far we can go with the game. I think this concept would be really like interesting for like an open world.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, like, they don't hold you by the hand. On this one, they give you, like, there's only one choice that you can go. But, like, at some point, dude, in fact, I was playing it the other day, and I remember, like, I was, like, going through every time era, and I could not figure it out. After, and it's funny, dude, because I've played these things, like, so many times. I have two PSPs, and I was looking at the save data, and I have save data like from all the chapters separated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one on its own. So if I made like a wrong choice, I can go back to the previous one. But it's just the fact that like they let you roam around and explore and experiment. Like I said, I think it was like chapter 7, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. Like, you can grab things, like for instance, like at some point, like you can have like a chocolate, and I'm sure you have to give that to somebody. But like I'm playing on it right now, and I'm on chapter 8. As of right now, I haven't given it to anybody, but I'm sure that if I look a guide, maybe if I give that to somebody, it's gonna open something. You know what I'm saying? But it's the thing, like, they
Right.
don't hold you by the hand, and you're gonna see it later. We're gonna find some guy, and he's not gonna let us go through. And the thing that we have to give him, nowhere, like the guy doesn't tell you, like, well, yeah, bring me a Coke and I'll let you go through. Like, you just
Right.
have to find that out your own. It's actually really cool.
That's cool though.
All right, man. So this is the prologue, and hopefully you'll like it. We can get all endings if you want. It'll be
Okay.
actually really easy.
That'd be fun.
All we have to do is replay chapter 8, because that's the main thing that is gonna be different.
Right. Oh, voice crack. Wow.
Yes.
Nasty. Well, we hope you guys liked that video. Make sure to subscribe if you like these recent uploads. And if you want to be one of the first people to watch our videos, make sure to hit the little notification button so that you can get notified whenever we do these cool videos. And we'll see you next time.
All right. Rain in the snow. Thanks for playing with me, man.
No problem.
We'll see you in the next one.
Have a nice day.